Disney night was the most magical night of our lives. I have so much to talk about in this episode recap, and nobody got eliminated. When Tom said the first couple who is safe is everybody! You are all safe! So without further ado, let's get right into Disney night. How's it going, guys? It's Eric Sharkey, aka Dance with Star Superfan, back with another video, and we are going to be talking about Disney night, which is my favorite theme night of all. There were a lot of great dances, and many of them have improved, which I'll tell you guys all about. They also visited Disneyland in California, where they went on some rides and they ate some food and a lot of candy that they sell in Disneyland and stuff. But I've never been to the one in California, but I've been to the one in Orlando, Florida lots of times, like when I was a kid. And the last time I've been there was my senior trip in high school, and I had a blast. So that's enough talking for now, let's get right into it. First up was Sailor and Val, where they did the Viennese Waltz to A Dream is a Wish Your Heart Makes from Cinderella. Len thought it was light and fluffy like a souffle, though he would have liked to see more dancing in the hold. He thinks she'll definitely be back next week though. Bruno thought she was the ideal Disney princess and acted it well too. She applies herself to her dances and her spins have much improved. Carrie-Anne got emotional because of how well Sailor got into character, and she also said that it was an amazing dance. They actually did really well, especially being the first one out there, and they pulled it off and it was another great performance. The lines and the steps were very elegant. And the scores are Carrie-Anne an 8, Len an 8, Bruno an 8, which gives them a score 24 out of 30. Karamo and Jenna dancing to the samba to I Just Can't Wait to Be King from The Lion King. Bruno liked that Karamo attacked it like a leader when he was in the ensemble, but he needed better footwork and elasticity in the hold during the samba portions. Carrie-Anne liked the Afro-Cuban sections, but not as much as the samba sections. She thinks Karamo and Jenna could connect better as a couple. Len thought it was fun and joyful, but his feet was the problem. It was too stompy and he went wrong. But I really thought he put together a good samba, but he did have some missteps, but he still has a lot of potential though. So that the scores are, they were all 7s, which gives them a score 21 out of 30. Next up is Kate and Pasha, where they did the jazz to Spoonful of Sugar by Julie Adams from Mary Poppins. Carrie-Anne says Kate is back. She admired how in sync and well timed they were. Then she lost her train of thought. And the next thing happened was Tom moved the broom and Carrie-Anne fell down off her chair. But she concluded, and when she got up, she lastly said, well done. Len likes seeing a little polka, Charleston, and quickstep all wrapped up in between in a sweet and delicious routine. You are back in the game. That's what Len lastly said. Bruno said the medicine worked wonders and she brought her own personality to Mary Poppins. That really worked, and let me tell you guys something. That was a redemption from last week, and that was the first jazz dance type of the season, so it was very good and the movements and the steps were great as well. So the scores are Carrie-Anne an 8, Len an 8, and Bruno an 8, which gives them a score 24 out of 30. Next up is Shaun and Lindsay, where they dance to the quick step to You Got a Friend in Me from Toy Story. Len says, you got a friend in me. He watched it carefully and liked the heel leads, though his frame was pretty good. There was a lot of dancing and hold, and it was a proper dance. Well done. Bruno thought it was better and could see how much effort he put into it, especially with Lindsay coaching him extensively throughout. Carrie-Anne thought this was his best dance and the quickstep suited him. It took her breath away, and to be honest, I thought he messed up, but when I heard those judges' comments saying a lot of positive things about their dance, it gave me a little change of heart, but I'm not really crazy about it. And the scores are Carrie-Anne a 7, Len a 6, Bruno a 6, which gives him a score 19 out of 30, so that's far Shaun's highest score of Dancing with the Stars. Allie and Sasha dancing to the contemporary to Beauty and the Beast by Ariana Grande and John Legend from the movie with the same name, Beauty and the Beast. Bruno said she gave 1.5 minutes of absolute happiness and she throws herself into it with fearless commitment. Carrie-Anne loves that she doesn't have the trained dancer lines, but still creates something unique and individual with her performances. Len thought it was smooth as butter on a hot muffin and a cracking routine. I thought the routine was fantastic overall, and Allie Brooks still got it. She still got potential, and she's been really doing well compared to week 1. She started off as 5s, and then she gone all the way up to 9s, which I'll tell you guys about right now. And the scores are Carrie-Anne a 9, Len a 9, Bruno a 9, which gives them a score 27 out of 30. The first 9s of the season and the highest score of that night. Next up is Lauren and Gleb, where they dance to the samba to Under the Sea by Samuel E. Wright from The Little Mermaid. Carrie-Anne thinks she makes a great Little Mermaid, and she had great bounce even though she got one of the hardest dances in the competition. Len liked that there was a lot of samba content and missed the frippery and messing about. And there was a little too much going on occasion. Bruno thinks she's fabulous underwater and pretty hot on dry land, though she went a bit weird and lost control a couple times. That was my favorite samba dance of Disney night of that night. I like both of them, but I think Lauren and Gleb's samba was a little better. And the scores are Carrie-Anne an 8, Len a 7, and Bruno an 8, which gives them a score 23 out of 30. Next up is Kale and Whitney, where they dance to the jazz to We're All in This Together from High School Musical. Len said that was a dance that was really suited for you. Bruno thought he was in the zone and graduated top of the class. Tonight, he was a revelation. Carrie-Anne told him, "You led the number like the champ you are." That was my favorite dance of the night, and once again, another great performance by Cal. He had some really cool hip-hop moves and everything. When I first saw their dance that they did, and I was like, oh my god, that was spectacular. This is also my favorite dance of the night. And the scores are Carrie-Anne a 9, Len an 8, Bruno a 9, which gives them a score 26 out of 30. Which they could have gotten all 9s, but I'll take it. Next up is Hannah and Alan, where they dance to the Foxtrot to A Whole New World from Aladdin. Bruno thought it was ratted, and he assumes the footwork was good, but he couldn't see it through the fog on the floor. Carrie-Anne called it stunning. Len thinks she's fantastic in hold, and he wanted to see more of it with Alan's choreography, as he said it in his grumpy side. It was another great dance, and the lines were good, and Hannah is becoming a dancer. The scores are Carrie-Anne a 9, Len a 7, oh shocker, and Bruno gave them a 9, which gives them a total of 25 out of 30. When I first saw that 7 from Len, I was like, are you serious? A 7? Couldn't you at least give them an 8? Because they did not deserve a 7. Last up was James and Emma dancing to He's a Pirate from the Pirates of the Caribbean, when James was Captain Sparrow. In the rehearsal package, James and Emma and his wife and kids went to Disneyland. Carrie-Anne thought it was insane, the drama, the dynamics, the energy exchange was off the charts. This was your dance. Truly. Len called it dramatic and strong with a touch of aggression, but a couple of steps could have been a little sharper. Bruno called it grand spectacle, a powerful performance, and a big hit. I really liked that dance a lot, and he really got into character really well. And the scores are Carrie-Anne a 9, Len an 8, Bruno a 9, which gives him a total of 26 out of 30. Now let's take a look at the leaderboard from Disney Night. Allie and Sasha with 27 points, Kel and Wendy with 26 points, James and Emma with 26 points, Hannah and Alan with 25 points, Sailor and Val with 24 points, Kate and Pasha with 24 points, Lauren and Gleb with 23 points, Karamo and Jenna with 21 points, and at the bottom are Shaun and Lindsay with 19 points. This competition is really heating up. My prediction who will go home next week will be Shaun 100% or Karamo if he doesn't get enough votes. As long as Shaun is gone next week, we now have a competition, so we don't have to worry about shocking eliminations. The judges' scores and your votes will carry on to next week's scores and votes. And that'll do it for this video, so hit that subscribe button and leave a like on this video and leave a comment down below and turn on post notifications for my next Dance with the Stars content video. And once again, that'll do it for another video. Thank you guys so much for watching. This is Eric Sharkey, aka Dance with the Stars Superfan. Catch you next time.